I bought the dumb phone thinking it would actually solve all my problems. It did not fix me.
If you are so distracted by your phone that you have to spend extra money for a worse phone, you lack discipline.
You already know the story. Phones used to be just phones. You call somebody, maybe shoot a text, that's it, that's the whole job. Then Steve Jobs walked on stage one day and flipped the whole script.
An iPod, a phone, and an internet communicator.
So now we've got the internet sitting on our pockets, so why not make it social? And these platforms, they've been doing all they think of to make our eyes stuck on these screens. So Gen Z said, nah, we out.
I tried to switch to a dumb phone for a week.
So I just bought what's known as a dumb phone.
I'm going to be using this dumb phone.
I bought a flip phone.
And for a minute, it looked like a real movement, a whole generation rejecting the algorithm. But over the past year, something strange has happened. The hype didn't just slow down, it vanished. Nobody's talking dumb phones no more. And worse than that, nobody's using them either. So what happened? What happened to our mental health, guys? Look, I already know this might rub some people the wrong way, and that got me a little bit nervous, but this right here is a dumb phone, and it's been my one and only phone for over a month now. Just not for the reasons that you might be thinking. I'm gonna pull up the actual numbers in a minute though, so these aren't just me running my mouth. Anyway, it's 2024 and this hype was out of control. Google searches for dumb phone shot up to 90% from the year before. TikTok had dumb phone videos pulling over 1 billion views. People were even filming themselves switching like it was a whole identity. And for a minute, the flip phone wasn't just some old relic. It was a flex, a little rebellion against the smartphone that supposedly hijacked everyone's brain. Nokia brought the 3310 back, sold out. The light phone, $300 with no browser, no apps, wouldn't keep it in stock. The Swiss minimalist phone company, hey, I can't pronounce that name, but they tripled their sales. And the surge behind it was real. Gen Z's pulling like 9 hours of screen time a day. That's basically a whole shift at a job. The anxiety, the doom scrolling, that feeling that your brain doesn't belong to you no more, it belongs to some app. But beyond that hype, something totally different was brewing. You know, before any of this nostalgia hit, dumb phones weren't making a statement. That's just what a phone was, period. Take the Nokia 3310, came out in 2000, ugly as anything by today's standard, but you could not kill that thing. People got real stories about cars running over these things and they still worked. The battery held a week if you weren't blowing it up with text. Then Motorola comes out with the Razr N04 and turned the phone into a fashion piece. Thin metal, that satisfying snap when you close the lid after a call. Half the reason people bought it was just for that. But for the most existence, phones were just tools, nothing deeper than that. Then the iPhone dropped in 2007 and changed all of that almost overnight. And honestly, people loved it because it solved real problems. Instead of lagging a camera, an MP3 player, a GPS, a laptop and a phone, now it's one device doing all of that. And every year things got better, more reasons to keep picking it up. And that's exactly where it all went left. Because here's the thing, as we all know, the only way that social media platforms makes money is by showing ads. So the only way to show you more ads is to keep you there longer. And just like that, attention turned into the most valuable thing on this planet. And for a minute, nobody questioned none of it because it crept up slow. By the early 2020s though, people started catching on. Studies on attention spans, doom scrolling, people genuinely wanted out. And dumb phones became the shorthand for that. Old razors, bricks, anything that looked like it belonged to a slower time. And it spread exactly how trends spread now, online. Creators dropping the ice switch to a flip phone for a week with the grainy filter videos. And it worked for a stretch. Feature phones and minimalist devices actually saw a bump in sales. A few brands built their identity around phones that did less on purpose. Yo, I'm having a really bad headache. I'm gonna have to stop this. It's already midnight. Yo, see you tomorrow. Gotta go sleep. Oh, let's start a transition. Greetings. Where's the mic? Here's the first reason this whole thing fell apart, and this one is the most ironic one of them all. The dumb phone trend went viral because of the exact same algorithm-run platforms that it was supposedly rebelling against. The whole act of being part of this movement meant that you had to stay on the exact same platforms that the movement was trying to escape. You couldn't post your dumb phone journey without your smartphone. You couldn't watch the content without one either. You couldn't even be part of the community without the same device that the community claimed to be rejecting. And algorithms don't care about iron. Once the look got oversaturated, once every creator did the switch to a flip phone video, the algorithm did what it does best. It moved on. The audience attention went right along with it, and a chunk of the actual people doing it moved on too. Because the truth is, if the only thing keeping you in the movement is the same content about the movement, then once the content is dead, and so is your commitment. The algorithm didn't kill the trend by itself. It exposed that the whole thing was always content than conviction. Second reason, and this is the one nobody wants to own up to, the dumb phone boom was never really about the phone, it was about the look. This trend rode on that whole Y2K wave. Brick phones, razors, that grainy Lores doing it for the plot energy that took over TikTok in 22 and 23. A dumb phone looked good on a story, something you unboxed, filmed, and posted. But it was never really about the part where you have to live with it. The part where your friends stopped texting because you broke the group chat. The part where it stopped being aesthetic and just became flat out inconvenient. And that's the pattern right here. Tons of people bought the dumb phone, posted the unboxing, got their views, and quietly slid back into their iPhones weeks later. The movement looked way bigger than it was because of the algorithm. And if you type dumb phone into Google and don't add anything else, the autofill's giving you dumb phone with WhatsApp, dumb phone with Spotify. That's based on what everybody is actually searching. It tells you that people don't really want a dumb phone. What they want is a smartphone that doesn't run their whole life. Now here's the third one. Friction. But not the kind that you chose, the kind that picks you. Now look, for mental health, sometimes you gotta make sacrifices. But some of these compromises, no maps, so you hope you know where you're going. No two-factor for your bank app, so just hope you don't need to log in. No Venmo, because you're carrying cash now. And bro, you're not in the group chat? That's rough, man. Everything in this world right now is built assuming that everyone's got a smartphone in hand. So the second you opt out, you aren't choosing simplicity. Now, let me run the numbers, because they tell a story nobody wants to sit with. The global feature phone market hit 2.35 billion in 2024. Sounds like something until you put it next to smartphones. That same year, smartphones cleared 500 billion. For every dollar spent on a dumb phone, over 200 went towards a smartphone. The light phone, the flagship of this whole minimalist movement, has moved a little over 100,000 units total in a world with 6.9 billion smartphone users. So why do we even want it? Because here's the truth, most people that posted about switching to a dumb phone didn't really want a dumb phone. They wanted the feeling of not needing their smartphone no more. They wanted to feel free, but wanting freedom and actually choosing it, two different things. Oh, and the reason I've been using this as my main phone, I broke my phone and I'm too broke to get a new one, so I'ma keep looking cool with this thing, man. Subscribe.